Namaste. Welcome to Everyday Thought, the Speaker's Yoga Diary, Volume 2, Day 75. This video is about form and formless. Where there is a form, there is bound to be knowledge. Knowledge cannot take place without form. Only the matter has a form. If there is no matter, there is no form. So, matter and form are the two sides of the same coin. Where there is matter, there is bound to be form, and where there is form, there is bound to be matter. And where there is a matter and form, there is bound to be knowledge. Knowledge cannot happen in the absence of matter or form. All knowledge is about the matter, and such a knowledge is called material knowledge, knowledge of the matter. There is no knowledge that is not about matter. So, therefore, knowledge, matter, form, they are all interrelated to each other. But there is formless, because when we are talking about form, relatively speaking, there should be formless, because everything is relative, nothing is absolute. Therefore, when there is a form, there is bound to be formless. Formless is unthinkable without matter, that is form. So, form and formless are the two sides of the same coin again. But we are all the time concerned about the form, the matter, the knowledge, because we see that which is form and we cannot see beyond that. So the form inevitably creates knowledge in you. Therefore, knowledge is getting accumulated, is expanding ever. There is no end to this knowledge, because where there is matter, there is bound to be knowledge. When the matter disappears, knowledge also disappears. Thought is also a form, human thought. In its subtle form, has its own form. Thought is subtle. The subtle aspect of the form, that is matter, because thought in turn creates the matter that is in the form of knowledge. Therefore, thought and knowledge are interrelated to each other. Therefore, thought cannot be dismissed as having formless. It is true, Thought is formless, it has no shape, but it is a subtle form. Therefore, thought exists because it has the power to create knowledge from the matter. It examines the matter, it questions the matter, it investigates the matter, it studies the properties and the chemical actions and reactions in the matter. Therefore, thought creates knowledge of the matter. But there is the other side that is formless. The formless is consciousness. Consciousness is formless. We cannot think of consciousness, but we can think of matter. Because there is nothing in the consciousness. Consciousness is the state of nothingness. Therefore, thought cannot operate in that state. Thought is nothing to do with that state of nothingness. Because thought comes into existence where there is a form, where there is a matter, because thought is concerned about the knowledge of the matter. But when there is nothing, then thought also disappears. There is no room for thought. Thought cannot come into existence in the state of emptiness, in the state of nothingness. Consciousness is that state of nothingness, that state of emptiness, that is the absence of matter. Therefore, thought cannot act, it cannot operate, it cannot exist. Thought and consciousness cannot coexist. Both are incompatible to each other. Therefore, consciousness is the absence of matter, in turn, is the absence of thought. So there is no thought, there is no matter. That is consciousness. There is nothing to experience that state of nothingness because all experience is related to the matter. Where there is a matter, there is bound to be experience. Experience is nothing but knowledge again. And this knowledge in turn creates thoughts in subtle forms. Therefore, consciousness is a thoughtless state. It cannot be experienced because there is nothing in that state to experience. So, consciousness, can it be experienced? As the speaker has just now said, where there is experience, there is bound to be a thought. Thought creates an experience, and experience in turn creates thought. Thought, experience, knowledge, and matter. You have a subtle link and relationship between all these four elements. But as we have just now examined and learned that consciousness is the absence of all these four elements, namely thought, form, matter, and knowledge. When thought is transcended, when thought is subsided, when thought is pushed down to the bottom rock of the ocean of our mind, then you can touch the state of consciousness. There is no you in that state of consciousness. Therefore, there is nothing like experience within quotation. You are there. That's all. You are the consciousness, you become the consciousness, and consciousness becomes you. There cannot be any difference between you and the consciousness. There is only consciousness, indivisible, distinct. It's called non-dual state, Advaitic state. This Advaitic state of silence is consciousness. So this is the relationship between form and formless. But we are more wedded to the form. Therefore, we are clouded with knowledge, and knowledge reigns us, and we have become slaves to this knowledge. Therefore, we do not know what that state of consciousness is, because we are completely swamped by the knowledge. Unless knowledge is pushed out, unless thought is completely transcended, you can never touch that state of consciousness. Thank you very much. Namaste.